Concerns over recurring allegations of CJ and Tinubu's romance. Concerns were raised at the weekend by some senior lawyers over the recurring allegations of secret talks between the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukoyede Ariwoola, and President Bola Tinubu. The lawyers described the development as worrisome, saying the CJN should not be seen, heard, or perceived to be having romance with a party who is presently before the court. The victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC at the elections is being challenged by the presidential candidate of the APC and Labour Party. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal in Abuja. There is also a third petition filed against Tinubu's victory by the All People's Movement. All parties have filed their written addresses and are waiting the hearing date to be fixed by the tribunal. The CJN on two different occasions. The CJN had on two different occasions been alleged to have secret meeting with Tinubu. On March 23, 2023, the social commentator, lawyer, and former chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, Dr. Sam Amadi, had tweeted a photograph of the CJN seated in a wheelchair about to board an airplane at an airport, although the photograph bore no name of the traveler. The Twitter simply left three short questions as its caption: "What is this? Who is this? And is this true?" Within minutes, the photograph went viral on social media with all manner of speculations before the controversial photograph surfaced on the social media that day. An online platform had reported a story about Justice Ariwoola explaining the circumstances surrounding his sitting on the purported wheelchair at the airport. The newspaper claimed that the jurist was pushed in a wheelchair through the terminals to board a British Airways flight, and according to the report, Ariwoola was wheeled into a hotel downtown upon getting to London, where he was purportedly remained since March 11, 2023, pretending to be physically challenged in a clandestine preparation for a meeting with the president-elect, Tinubu, even when the jurist was not known with any physical disability. The story further alleged that the Justice Ariwoola wanted to meet Tinubu to discuss issues that might arise from the budding legal challenge to his declaration as president-elect, including whether or not he should be worried about the petitions recently filed by opposition parties to challenge his emergence. The online platform further claimed that after Justice Ariwoola checked into the hotel, he abandoned his wheelchair and started moving around the facility unaided. He has been moving around in the wheelchair. The publication had quoted a source familiar with the CJN's activities at the London accommodation. It said the CJN deliberately left the country more than a week ahead of Tinubu to avoid any suspicion about why both of them disappeared at once, even as it's attributed to the source of the story to a staff of the Supreme Court who did not want his name in print to avoid a sanction. The online platform said its source purportedly exposed the CJN's itinerary after Tinubu arrived in London for what his team called a relaxation trip after a hectic campaign that preceded his declaration as Nigeria's president-elect last month. However, denying the allegation, both the Supreme and Tinubu's media team dismissed it, saying it is one of the many lies calculated to tarnish their images. In its denial, the Supreme Court, through a statement by the Director of Press and Information, Dr. Festus Akonde, said the entire story by the online platform was false, and according to him, contrary to the claims by the report that Justice Ariwoola traveled out of Nigeria to meet with the president-elect, was actually in Nigeria, that he even presided a meeting of the NJC, which held on March 16 and 17, 2023. Interesting. Wow. At the end of the day, such pictures obviously raise suspicions. So what do you have to say about it? I mean, because if issues like this are tough, and not tough, but it shows the seriousness of the matter for the conversation or whatever plan they're trying to cook up has to be done outside of the country, then maybe you should give an insight to how serious it is that they could not find a secret place in Nigeria to discuss. They had to fly abroad. And the CGN being in a wheelchair, you can be in a wheelchair for a lot of reasons. It doesn't mean your leg is not working, right? So in terms of defending themselves and cooking up an excuse in that manner, I'm sure they'll find a way to do that very well. So yeah, with the propaganda, or like as some people are saying, we don't know until the real facts are. And that's the thing with politics. It makes us look like gossips, because in this case we're not working with facts. Someone posted a picture. Why are you in a wheelchair? What happened? We're going the corner. And I feel like there's a difference with investigative journalism and just like gossip and all that. So I think until the actual facts as to what the meeting is about, we don't know anything. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.